Welcome back to the Manc Entrepreneur YouTube channel, and in today's episode I'm going to be talking to you about why it's never been more important to market you than it is right now. I personally feel that the importance right now of building your personal brand alongside whatever it is your business might be has never been more important. You see, right now we live in this world where social media is sort of taking over, and regardless of your thoughts on social media, which is a totally separate argument, you can't argue with the fact that it allows you to access a vast amount of people on a scale unlike ever seen before. We live in a noisy world right now. The world has never been noisier, it's never been smaller in terms of being able to reach people, but it's a noisy world. You know, you have Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, LinkedIn, Reddit. There's so many different mediums on which people want to communicate with you. YouTube is a huge one. And it's a case where now if you aren't making noise, if you aren't putting yourself out there, then no one's actually going to see you. Accessing your audience has never been easier, and knowing where to look comes down to you and your own specific business, your own area that you work in, and knowing that is part of the challenge. But as soon as you narrow down where it is that your key audience hangs out, that's where you should be visible. The other consideration is, how are you actually going to communicate with your audience? Video is one way, and you know, it's perhaps right now the most personal way. You know, I get to talk with you right now watching this. You can see me, and we can have a chat, and you can see my facial expressions and, you know, everything else. It's much more personal. But, you know, you might feel that you have a face for radio. I mean, it didn't stop me, but I had a lot of practice over the past 4 or 5 years of recording videos and getting used to how I sound on camera, which I know stops a lot of people. But if video isn't for you, then obviously the still image is a very viable option. Blogging as a written platform is still huge and is still massively important in terms of getting content out there and sharing your experience and knowledge with the world. I think if you want to have an impact in whatever it is that you are doing in the world, then you really need to start putting yourself out there as a thought leader, and as someone who is giving value in, like I said, this very noisy world. For anyone who isn't familiar with the term thought leader, there's a book by John Hayes, link is in the description. Check that out, and that will cover everything that you need to know about becoming a thought leader in your particular area. For example, I would say I'm probably a thought leader within e-commerce and maybe young entrepreneurship. And you could be a thought leader in whatever it is that you are passionate about, or where your main experiences lie. And even if you don't feel that you have a lot of experience of which to share right now, what you do have the ability to do is share the journey. And that can be just as valuable as a thought leader, because actually sharing the journey of you doing something is much more valuable than someone trying to think about something. Doers will always beat thinkers because they actually get shit done. So again, don't be scared of sharing the journey and thinking that you don't know enough about your subject in order to share it. Share the journey. Admit when you are wrong, admit your failures, and learn from them. That is still a very viable way of marketing yourself and your journey. Ultimately, the point is that people want to do business with people that they like, and people get invested in an emotive story, in an emotive journey. I know there's people watching this right now who were literally my number in the top 5, top 10 subscribers who subscribed when I first started this YouTube channel, and we're now 6 months down the line, and we're in the hundreds. I know we're hardly big time, but again, you've followed this journey, and hopefully it's been something interesting for you to see. But again, I chose YouTube because it was familiar for me with doing video content and putting my face and voice on things like this. You might want to start a blog, or a website or something along those lines, but ultimately you have to be doing something right now. 2017 is the year of building your personal brand and building an audience who get to know you, because ultimately it is the audience which is so important right now. Like I said, in this noisy world, if you can find, as Matt calls it, if you can find your nutters, the people who are as passionate and as emotionally involved with whatever it is that you're talking about, then that's what you need. You want to surround yourself with those nutters, as that's where influence can come from. And once you have influence, it all becomes much easier in order to progress whatever it is that your business is. I can see that on my channel, for example, most of my most watched videos are the ones where I'm talking about things relating to eBay. So I know that people are coming to this channel and seeing me as someone who knows about e-commerce and multi-channel and eBay. And that only helps me, again, further down the line, solidify myself as a thought leader within that industry. Marketing yourself is just as potent as it is right now for marketing your business. I know businesses that have spent £20,000 having this fantastic looking website designed, and then they put it live and it gets no traffic, because they overlook the important thing. You can have the best website in the world. It can have one-page checkouts and A/B testing and all these cool features. Without an audience to send to the website, it's never going to make any money, and it's never going to bring value to anyone. So ultimately, by marketing yourself, you're building your own audience, you're sharing your own journey, you're giving value in what you know about or what your experiences are. And that is the crucial thing in 2017. And it's only going to get bigger. The audience for social media is only increasing as more and more of Generation Z are growing up with social media and are going to be online and going to be consuming the content that you put out there. One of the hardest choices for you may be deciding what medium that you want to communicate on, whether it be video, whether it be audio, whether it be written, and then also where your audience is and where you need to focus your attention. I chose YouTube, and I do a little bit on Facebook and a little bit on Instagram, but that might not fit the same for you. And that is ultimately what you need to choose before you decide to go any further down the route. If you have any questions about what you think might be the best medium for you to go down, then let me know in the comment section below, and I'll happily try and advise you the best way you can. What I will say is video is huge, and although it is maybe the most uncomfortable one for many people to do, Facebook video is only getting bigger this year. YouTube is still a huge domain. It's the second largest search engine in the world, and it's owned by the first. So again, the opportunity, I think, in video is massive. My advice would always be, if you're the type of person who can communicate relatively easily on video, do it. It will probably be the biggest opportunity within marketing for you, because remember, people like to see and do business with people. But ultimately, I know it's not fit for everyone. If you have any questions, like I said, let me know in the comments down below. I'll try to advise you the best that I can. With that said, I hope you found this video useful. If you have, hit that subscribe button as well as the thumbs up, as apparently YouTube quite likes that. And with that said, I'll catch you as always in the next video. Thank you for watching.